everybody, and welcome back to the Wild West. We just got ourselves a new developer blog. I believe this is developer blog 8. We're going to be taking a look at all of the new leaks. There are a bunch concerning cosmetics, new points of interest, new train system, and there are some general questions on when the next update will be releasing. So if you enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe, and let's jump into the new developer blog. Alright, so jumping right in, there is a questions and answers section of the developer blog here at the top that Kazuhira has led us to. So I'm going to sum up everything, why it's taking so long. They only have 30% of the team that they used to. It seems that Tyridge is still working on other projects, and I believe some of the other older long-term developers have resigned, like Sky and some other people probably. So they only have currently, I believe, 5 or 6 developers working on updates. So that's why it's taking a while. When the update is, they say it's coming soon, but they haven't given us a time frame. I'm gonna guess it'll be before the Halloween update, or it will drop as a part of the Halloween update. That is my guess. It could come in September or late August as well, but it's gonna be between now and the Halloween update. That's all I gotta say. I mean, they're not gonna confirm that obviously, but it's going to be somewhere in that time. Why the developers won't release smaller updates every month is because everything seems to be tied into the progression system, and in order for some of the smaller content like cosmetics and things like that to be released, progression has to exist first. Is Wagons coming? They don't have a plan, but if they were to come, it'll be during the building update. When is the building update? It will be after the progression update. It'll be the very next update after that. Is console or mobile coming? Console is not in planning at all, but they have thought about adding mobile devices to the Wild West, but they don't know when that would happen. If it would happen, it would probably happen sometime after the building update, so we're still looking at least a year or two down the road before console or mobile gets an adaptation, most likely. What changes are coming to combat? It looks like they're going to be reworking the melee system and some changes to how the movement system works. They don't say anything about quick switching. They say no promises, but they are going to adjust the way players switch items. I don't know what that means, if there's going to be like a cooldown or something. I don't know. Will the Highlands be the next update? No, the Highlands biome is going to be added with the building update. So here's a little summary of what each developer has been working on. I'm not going to go through that part, because if you want to read that, you can just pause the video and look at it, but pretty much everything stated here we're going to go over right now. So that's the Q&A section. So here are the new leaks. There's going to be a new train system which allows us, the players, to halt trains, change their route, and the train will finally go to Puerto Dorado. This is an image of the new Puerto Dorado station. As you can see, it goes right under that bridge that's been there for years. Puerto Dorado is right up here on the left, so it's actually below Puerto Dorado. I don't know if this is going to be like an end of a line thing, or if it's going to make another circle. It is possible, although not confirmed, that it could go behind Fort Spencer. If you know where the quarry is, there's that path that's always been there that's not really used unless you're going to the quarry. So it is possible that the train will make a larger loop that will go past the quarry, past, I believe it's Fort Spencer in Pinewood Hills, and then connect right back up with the main loop. But anyways, that's the new train station. So I want to talk quickly about the new train system. It's going to allow us to halt trains and change the route. So basically, if you played Red Dead Redemption 2, you're going to be able to take over the train and actually determine if it goes where, or if it's going in reverse, or if it's going forwards. So I think that'll add a lot of more interesting things to like train chases or something like that. If people want to make a movie, you now have an option to make like a cinematic train chase sort of thing, or like kind of like the Lone Ranger style thing, if you've ever seen that movie. Anyways, let's move on. So there's new robbery mechanics. They're adding new locations across the map for outlaws to rob. So like in my last video, we saw that what is it? The vault leak, and it was in I believe that was Silvertown. So it does look like that's going to be correct because there's new locations across the map for outlaws to rob. So outlaws will actually be able to make more money now, which is actually good because outlaws is really kind of like useless at the moment. It's going to tie into progression and the main method for outlaws to level up. So if you're an outlaw, instead of killing people to level up, you're going to level up more by robbing these new locations, and it's going to tie into progression. Basically, that's all it means. The Bronze Bank is also going to be revamped to have more interesting robbery mechanics. So if you've ever played Jailbreak, it's going to be more like that, I believe. So it's going to have maybe every time the bank opens or something, there'll be a new layout or something like that. That's what I think when I hear that. Let me know what you guys below think. But something interesting is that the clothing store looks like it might be getting a little touched up on. I can't really tell. This store is completely useless at the moment, but it does look like it is getting an update. Accurate measuring for, so there's new wording on the front. I wonder if we're actually going to be able to use the clothing store. And next to that is obviously going to be the gun store. It looks like it has gotten a massive improvement. There's even a water tower, it looks like, on the top. So that's interesting. It looks a lot better, but I do want to, as far as lore is concerned, it does say Casco Firearms on the top, and that is the same people who supply the auction house. So it looks like this might be new guns coming to the gun store. That's what I'm kind of leading at there. So maybe we're going to be getting some more expensive but non-auction house guns, so a fixed price in the gun store, which is actually really exciting. More content. Moving on, there's going to be a new melee system. Looks like new melee weapons such as machetes, axes, and swords. Okay, it looks like we're going to be getting cavalry swords then. I can't really imagine any other sword that would fit the Wild West theme except for a cavalry sword or something like that. But it looks like we're going to be getting new machetes. So other than kukri, we're also going to be getting new machetes. We're going to be getting more axes, it looks like. And a new edition of swords. That's a big leak right there. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. The stamina system is also being revamped to support melee weapons, more movement, more rolling, and sniping. So I'm going to guess we're going to be able to throw machetes or something like that. And the swords, which will have swings and blocks. Interesting. So it's going to be a little bit like probably a slower swing, but a higher damage, and it'll allow you to block with the sword. So when I see this, the only sword that comes to mind is a cavalry sword. We'll see when the update drops what swords they have, and if the swords may be a new auction house item. Because if a sword does a lot of damage, like let's say 75 damage a swing, but has a slower swing time, that is in the range of like an auction house item. So it'll be interesting to see how they do that. If we take a look here, they're adding new cosmetics like faces, beards, hair. There is new clothes like these. These are a new outfit that's going to be added. So yeah, new beards, faces, hats. Okay, more hats, yeah. And clothing for each skill will be attainable from leveling up. Each skill will also have at least one new gun and plenty of other new items to unlock as well. Okay, that's good. So it looks like we're going to be getting at least, at minimum, one new gun per skill. That's probably going to be like a level 50 or level 100 like tier item. So you're probably going to have to grind quite a few levels to get those, but that's okay. Environment revamp. So this is the exciting part as well. Callahan's Point has been highly talked about by the developers for getting a revamp, and we finally have an image of what the revamp is partially going to look like. So it's going to act as a small farming town, and notably Pinewood Hills has also received a massive overhaul with many props being updated. So if you go into the sneak peeks or game news, one of those channels, and you look back, you'll see that there's like new wind trails and stuff that's being added, fog is being added, and then also the Pinewood Hills is getting a lot of new greenery, more trees to make it look like more of a forest rather than just kind of like trees in an area. So it's actually really good for environment as far as like making it look more realistic. Even this area looks like it has more trees. So this is going to be where those houses are currently in the game. It looks like we're going to be getting a tailor. So I don't know what that means, but it does look like the clothing stores are going to have a purpose now. The general store is no longer on the other side of the train station, so that's over here. So I wonder if the train station, it'll probably also be getting an update then. This area looks interesting. There's some barrels and trees. Maybe we're going to be getting a new, like, food type or something? Apples, maybe? Because there's, like, buckets next to the trees? I don't know. That's just a guess. It doesn't look like the mansion is changing at all. It looks like it's still in the same spot. But, and then, what is that? I can't read that. Let me see if I can zoom in or something. Open the original engine. Marshall and County Jail. Oh! Okay, so this is going to be a jail. Interesting. So I wonder how arrests are going to work, if they teleport to which jail, or if it's random now, so that way they can't immediately break out and start shooting people in Bronze City. That will be interesting. Anyways, that concludes the developer blog for today, as they say right there. Let me know which leak you're most excited for. If I had to be honest, I think it's a lot of good information. I'm really excited about the new Bronze City updates, and that more cities in the game, like Silvertown and Callahan's Point area, will have a purpose. So that's really exciting. So more areas to explore, more stuff, new train station, and possibly new train loop, new train system with interactability. That's really exciting. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Sorry it went to 11 minutes. Hopefully you guys enjoyed looking at all these leaks, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully the next video will not be a leaks / sneak peek video. I want to actually get you guys something like gameplay wise, so I'm thinking up some ideas, and we'll see how it goes in the following week. Stay frosty.